Okay, so we are recording. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm glad.
How are you doing? How are you surviving this period?
Yes, yeah, as you see, I'm living a little bit outside of Ringbahn in Berlin.
Okay.
So there's a lot of nature.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that helps me
Cool.
to survive this self-isolation. Yeah.
Cool. So your studio is where you live? It's in your home?
I live outside of Ringbahn, and my studio is in Mitte.
Okay.
But yeah, there is no internet yet, so I'm at home to
Interesting.
screening this.
Usually people live in Mitte and go for studios outside, and you live outside and go.
I'm doing the opposite.
Okay. And can you tell a little bit about yourself, about your work, about your background, maybe?
Mm-hmm. So for this program, I would like to carry out my long-term curtain-shaped works, which is, so I have few versions, and one is like a big large painting on curtains, and sometimes I exhibit itself as installation or make a movie and show as a video installation.
Okay.
And also I work a lot for windows. That is because I'm in front of my window. And yeah, in the lockdown time, I felt it was really quiet, and but the nature outside is growing up constantly, same as always. And I was amazed. People are a little bit panicking, but
yeah,
outside of
I felt the same thing, during the corona. It was quite, I don't know, reading the news and getting the numbers and social media and everything. And then you go outside and you just walk in the park and it was spring. Berlin was, everything was.
And even the birds or animals are relaxing because we were not outside.
So the colors and the quietness and everything is blooming, and it was such a addiction between the panic and the and just the quietness and nature.
So the window is for me very important, and it's this metaphor of as we are talking now in windows, and through window I could see the difference between our mind and our situation and the nature living. And also I as artist feeling like my eyes is like windows, and so I'm feeling my head is like a camera, and I often working with camera or video camera, and this is because that is because my memorized system is like camera, and I have a lot of images in my head. So the time and the layers of the images is part of my important part of my work. And this time I felt it's interesting because we do streaming from window, and I'm using windows as motif, and it's also the layers of the time.
And what about
And
the curtains? How the curtains? What role the curtains play in this
this
conception,
time,
this window? Because it's another layer, right? It's another
yes,
covered
yeah,
window. I don't know, make shade or blocks the sun, blocks the outside.
yeah. I usually use a little bit transparent material, and we can see double image on the curtain what I drew and outside of the curtain. And this time I'm thinking to develop on one curtain, on one canvas, to make more time layers. And yeah, maybe at the end I will make a video installation with that drawn curtain.
I looked at some of your works, and it's very beautiful. Very, I felt very. The curtains that I saw in the works are very, very gentle and thin, and I don't know what materials do you use, and what I mean. The patterns are very unique, or I don't know, very beautiful. And can you say something about your material that you use? And yes.
Yeah, the material, I would say one thing. During Corona, I felt like when you are experienced artist, you know your material and your color, your material, which you can buy on the internet. But I felt how important it is touch the material, the texture, and choose directly in front of the material. So that I couldn't during Corona. And it was big change, I thought. Yeah, and so usually I go to market or shop and look for white. White is transparent or no color for me as canvas. So I choose white thin material, and it's also important to a little transparent, and if I can see double image, it would be nice. And
when you say double image, you mean that the curtain is a little transparent, that you can see through it? Not
yes.
not like layers of more than one curtain.
No, once I did 4 layers curtain on the shop front window.
Okay.
But yeah, often I do only 1 layer, and it will be double image on window and to outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now you find because of the lockdown, it was harder to go. I mean, everything was closed and you couldn't. So
yes.
So what did you do?
I was So I also making other works, and I did shooting inside because I have a series of wind shadow of the window, which is moving slowly, as you see at your home. The shadow is going like this. I was shooting that,
Okay.
and one another work is also I have a series of poster formed, so it's photo work, but in a poster format I printed. And in the corona time, there is no commercial posters in the town, and they put it flower patterns on it. And it was really interesting contrast also. I often draw plants on curtains or on my work.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, so yeah, that photo work I did also.
Okay.
Yes, but yeah, now I can go to find the new materials, and yeah.
So what is your plan for the next month for this process? You think you're working on a video installation, video?
Yeah, I will draw one curtain for this, but I don't know at the end. Maybe it will be a video.
When you say draw, you take the textile and you draw on it, or?
Yes.
Really?
I actually studied painting in Japan.
Okay.
And it was before school already I began to take pictures, and it was good combination what I studied and what I did all the time, because I did installation, photography, and painting, and it was a good combination. And all the processes came into that curtain.
So what's the technique of drawing on a curtain? A little bit like a canvas, you just stretch it and then you just draw on it?
Yeah, I usually put curtains, hang the curtains, no frame. Usually painting has the frame, but I take away this. And I use also very thin material and not color like ink for dyeing. And so it is very thin, and the colors, because before at school I did photo printing on a textile, zip truck, silk screen printing I did.
Okay.
And it was white image on white cloth.
Okay.
And if you see through the light, you can see the image, but if you have light in front, from front side, you cannot see the image. It was the work. But
very okay.
Yeah.
So
and it was like
yeah, sorry.
It was like t-shirt printing, and it's hard,
Yeah.
And I didn't like the texture, so I finally found the dyeing ink what I can use like watercolor really. Then yeah, it's washable as well, and I can also make other things with that.
Is it very precise? Do you work very precisely on the cloth, like very close and like or more?
not so much because it's like watercolor,
Mm.
and it will be, it's really flexible.
Okay.
And yeah, so if I work on paper, I do too much precise, small detail thing. Yeah.
And when you draw on the cloth, you take into consideration the light and how the light will affect the work and the patterns you do. I mean, you think of like how it will. Because you said, for example, when you take a white cloth and then you paint white, so you know that the light will somehow make it almost transparent or unvisible. No.
No, if when I draw, I work on the wall, and I can draw really normal as painting.
Uh-huh.
And but if when I install it in front of window, it's really transparent sometimes. Yes, and yeah, and if I take video, I need more
Do you
light.
use different textiles, or you usually use same textile? It looks really thin, very like gentle and light.
Yeah, because the textile industry is not always same.
Uh-huh.
So always I should find better one or fit one.
And do you use industrial ones? You just buy industrial cloth, or you are very specific in what you use? You look for something more organic or special.
Yeah. I use cotton or silk, and because if I take video, the light material is really moving lively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the light material would be nice.
Okay. So yes, so I looked at your works, as I said, and I really liked it. I look forward to see. I mean, what comes up maybe next week to
Yes.
have a glimpse into your work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you, yeah, in the meantime, if you feel if there's something you want to share during the process, if you want to send something or upload like an image, or even during the share screen and show some of your progress, it's
Yes, I will.
Cool. So thank you for the talk. In the meantime,
thank you so much.
I'll see you next
And
week.
yeah, see you.
Have a nice rest of the week.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.